So being able to post new servers would be awesome. And for that, we want to allow requests targeting /posts, but these requests should now actually be post requests. Right now, we're just using this middleware, which means all requests on our server or reaching our server will be handled by that middleware. Now we can narrow this down though. Instead of using app use, we can use app post. And this will now essentially attach a middleware, which works like here, but which only is triggered for incoming post requests. Respectively, we of course also got app get, app put, and so on. So now we can say, handle incoming requests, post requests to /API posts. And then we got our default function with request, response, and next. And in there, I want to do something with that posted data. Now, we don't have a database yet, hence we can't store them for now. This is something we'll add soon though. For now, we can't store them, so we won't really be able to persist them. We won't be able to fetch them thereafter. But at least we can check if getting the data to that route works. So what we can do here is we can simply output the posts we receive with console log. The question just is, how do we get access to the post sent with the request? Thus far, our request has always been an empty request. We didn't add any data because we only handled GET requests thus far. Post requests have a request body though, so they have data attached to them, and we need to extract that data. For that, we can install an extra package which adds a convenience middleware which we can plug into our Express app that will automatically extract incoming request data and add it as a new field to that request object on which we can then conveniently access it. To do that, make sure you can enter a command, for example by quitting the Angular server, and then run npm install --save body-parser. This is a Node Express package which can be used as an Express middleware. Body parser does exactly what the name implies. It, parses incoming request bodies, extracts the request data, because that will actually be a stream of data, and converting it to just a data object we can use is something which is done by the package, and it then re-adds it on a special property to that request object. So let's go back to our app.js file. And in there, let's import this new package, body parser. You can name the constant however you want, and then we simply require body parser like this. Now we also need to use it, not just import it, and we do use it by adding it as an extra middleware, maybe in front of our course headers, but definitely in front of the post request, of course, where we want to use it. So there I will add it. Don't filter for a specific path. I want to do this for all incoming requests. And we don't use our cool function here. Instead, we simply pass body parser and then call the JSON method. And this will return a valid Express middleware for parsing JSON data. By the way, even though we don't need it here, you can also use another feature of body parser in your apps, and that's the URL encoded function. This will also parse URL encoded data. There you need to pass some configuration, extended, false, to only support default features in URL encoding. Now that's just an extra line. We don't need it here. You could omit it. I just wanted to show you that body parser is capable of parsing different kinds of bodies. So now we're parsing that body. Now, of course, we want to use it here in the API posts post route. And there we can extract our posts by accessing request body. This is a new field added by body parser. Now, actually, this will just be one post though, not a list of posts. So this one post is now available here. We can now log it in console log, and we still need to return a response because it's still an endpoint for an incoming request. And to ensure that this request doesn't time out on the client, we need to return a response. So we also call res, and then maybe set a status code with the status function of 201. That is a typical status code for everything is okay, a new resource was created, whilst 200 just means everything was okay. But here we also added a new resource. We didn't store it, but hey, we'll do this later. And then we call JSON to send back JSON data. Now, of course, we don't really need to send back data. You can send back a confirmation message though. So you could send back post edit successfully, or don't send back anything, really just, well, what you need. That should also be successfully done there. So now we have this set up. Now let's try it out. And for that, we again need to connect Angular to this API endpoint.